So in my last Call of the Wild video, I briefly spoke about a topic which was the Dyatlov Pass incident. Now after that video, I got like 30 messages from you guys saying that I should try Kholat. Now I did a little bit of reading up on this game, and you guys are absolutely right. This is based on the events of what happened that night, but it's through the interpretation of the developers. So I don't really know what's going on with the game in terms of what to expect, but I thought it would be really cool to kind of relive those moments. I don't know if this game's going to get emotional. I really don't know what it's about. It's apparently a horror mystery game. But either way, I thought we'd dive in and see what the game's about. So here we go with Kholat.
56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Siakal. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
Okay, I can honestly tell you guys that I didn't expect that. I will say that that was beautifully done. The depiction of how everything was interpreted back when it happened was really well thought out. But I think for the purpose of the game's sake, they skipped over a lot of stuff within the investigations that took place. And I'll try and fill you guys in on that. If you're not familiar with... Oh, by the way, this game looks incredible. I mean, we've had a lot of snow in the UK and parts of the world as of late. I mean, freak snowstorms as well, so it's kind of fitting that we're playing a game like this. But I'm going to try and fill you guys in on as much as I know about the Dyatlov Pass incident. Now, I have no idea where I'm going. I mean, I guess just look... Oh, wait a second. This is the actual... I think it is anyway. From the stuff that I've watched and the research that I've done on the incident, there was a small area... Wait, let me check the railway car really quick. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be going back and forth with this, guys, because from what I've read, the developers... Whoa. Wait, we go blurry-eyed when I sprint? There's a lot of stuff that I'm guessing the developers use from the actual sites and then use their own interpretation of how they want to turn it into a game. So lots of it are not going to be completely truthful, you know, in terms of what happened, obviously, because it's still a mystery and nobody knows what happened to this day. But yeah, this is the area. I'm fairly certain. All you guys have to do is Google the Dyatlov Pass incident, and you'll find pretty much endless amounts of stuff to read about theories and investigations and stuff. This game is beautiful. Now, I've got to remember as well that this is a horror/mystery game. So there could be jump scares, there could be things that happen, you know, just like with the click of a finger and we don't expect it. So if I'm talking to you guys and I freak out, I apologize. Let's just go this way. But there was a lot that it mentioned on that kind of introduction. The first thing was the local tribesmen. If I'm not wrong, I think they were called the Mansi. I'm fairly certain that's what they were called. And they were put under very, very intense investigation for a long, long time. I think for the best part of like 2 years. I mean, even after the expedition teams to try and find the hikers had gone away. But they were put under very, very heavy investigation and kind of... what do you call it when you kind of... I guess questioning. That's what I'm looking for. They were put under all kinds of... even like lie detector and stuff like that. And they passed them with flying colours. The thing is that the Mansi, the local tribesmen, were known for being fiercely territorial. And is this a whiteout? Gotta keep going this way. They were known for being fiercely territorial, and I think in certain kind of papers that were published, it said that they practiced cannibalism. So I guess they were perceived to be suspect number one. So that was a big kind of thing that happened on the side of the Dyatlov Pass incident. There's a whole to do with everything that happened with the Mansi, but I mean, as far as I know, and the evidence that was brought forward is that they were completely innocent. You know, they had nothing to do with it. It's this way. The second thing that I wanted to mention is that this story, I mean, the whole mystery surrounding this, there's a lot of weird stuff, guys. I mean, really weird stuff. It didn't mention things that were found at the scene. I mean, it did talk about, obviously, how the bodies were found, etc., but it didn't... Look how cool that train is. It's covered up with all the snow. It didn't mention the things that were found on the expedition team's person. There was a ton of photographic evidence that was brought back with the police. And from a lot of the evidence, there was some weird stuff that turned up. I mean, you can Google it. There was a picture of... I'm going to start off with this because obviously I talk about it a lot. I like to be open about the idea. There was a picture that I can't remember one of the female members of the group, but there was a picture from her from her camera, and the photograph had what looked like a Bigfoot. And I mean, this photograph was scrutinized so much. I mean, it was given to places all around the world, to experts to try and debunk, to see if the expedition team were maybe making a movie or something. Oh God. I'm guessing this is the way we gotta go. It was like a frantic picture that was snapped.
Are you coming to me?
Wait. I recognize that voice. And what did it say? Did it say, "Are you coming to me?" So is there going to be... Okay, so there's going to be like narration or something, isn't there? Again, I'm going to be kind of going back and forth, guys, because I want to get a lot of this stuff out. But this picture that was found was essentially of a Bigfoot, or a Yeti, I guess, in these kind of circumstances. And a whole expedition team was launched in that. I think there was like 4 of the world's most well-known cryptozoologists that went out to try and find evidence of it. I mean, at the time as well. I mean, or closely relating to the time. Holy crap. Why wouldn't there be a cave when I'm trying to talk to you guys? And there's spooky music. Alright. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. It's like some crazy shade. Oh! Told you guys. I told you guys it'd happen.
The only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Okay. Wow. I know that voice actor. I can't remember who it is. It's such a familiar voice. Where the hell do we go? Oh. What's this? Oh, is this going to be the tent? No, is that going to be the tent from from the hikers? Is this what they experienced? Is there... Okay, one of the things that I'm looking for here is the tent with the kind of slit or a cut in it. Because it was cut from the inside. I'm guessing you guys heard that on the introduction. Okay, before I go into this, I want to try and get this out. So, in the first photograph that was found, it was essentially supposed to look like some kind of Sasquatch or a Yeti in this circumstance. And not to mention, there was like, I think there was like 20 photographs that turned up. There was stuff that was found in the sky, which couldn't be explained, I mean, in terms of like UFOs. There was weird lights around the mountain. I think there was radiation found actually on the bodies as well, and a lot of radiation. I mean, and like it said on the introduction film, when it said the bodies were found with impact injuries, which were with the force of something like a car accident. I mean, it's so unexplained. There's a lot to kind of go over, guys. And the more I play this, I think it's going to come to me that I can kind of give you guys an idea of how just completely weird this story is. All right, let's go in. Let's get scared. Press E.
I am right behind you. Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity when others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will? When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, and you could really not remember your sins? When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark? The problem is that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I'm just going to go with the flow and see where this takes us. But that just reminded me as well, as soon as we went into that tent, there was a compass that was just constantly spinning. I don't know if that's a subtle reference to an expedition team that went up there. I think it was like an expedition team of like 5 people. Press F1 for survival info. Okay, so we get some kind of survival, but we got logbook, diary, reports, articles, and survival. Running left shift, we know this, before setting off longer journey, rest in the camp. You can focus with right mouse button. Lighting your way with a flashlight F, observe the environment carefully, better navigation with the help of the map, and compass C. Barely accessible rocky notches may lead to interesting places or shortcuts. Okay, pretty straightforward. I mean, if you want to read this, guys, you can pause the screen. Let's just get rid of that for now. But there was an expedition team that came up to the exact same place to do a little bit more, you know, study in that area to find out if they could find clues with a fresh pair of eyes. And when they were using compasses to actually navigate to get to that area, the compasses would just spin. And it was like, I think it was 6 different compasses. I think they used digital ones as well. It was real, honestly, guys, it's so weird. I mean, it's fascinating. And I have no idea what this is. Oh. Okay, played enough horror games to know when something bad's about to happen. Sauron? I don't know what that is. It's some kind of antenna? You see, whenever I see something, it kind of triggers something in my brain that I want to explain more about things that I've read about this. Wait, a volcano? Is this a volcano? No. What the hell is that?
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vichai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide. When the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters, and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how most of the reports went. I think, I really want to know, I'm going to do a little bit of research on the actual game itself, but as you can tell, this is February 27th, 1959, and they said they found the bodies on the 26th, so this is a report from the day after. I don't know if this is an actual report or something that's been put in the game. If it's just something that's been put in the game, that is very good attention to detail. What's this? Oh my... Oh, I am so confused. There was two people. There was like two... Wait, was I supposed... Did I do something wrong? I think I might have done something wrong. Okay, I'm gonna go this way then. Something just kind of manifested and then run in that direction. But as it said in that kind of report there, it mentioned the tent was cut from the inside. And these hikers, I mean, they were very, I guess, experienced hikers. They knew what they were doing, you know, they knew what kind of dangers they were facing by going to these parts of the world or an area like this. But what would scare them so much that they would try and cut a hole in their tent just to get away from that area, you know? It's so weird. And I'm going to keep coming back to stuff like this because there's for every single one I mentioned, there's another 150 that I could go on and try and explain to you guys. All right, I think we need to go this way. Let's just keep going. I think there's a cave up ahead. There's all sorts of kind of different things that I want to talk about to you guys, but I'm going to try and give it to you in bite-sized chunks so I don't just drone on and on and on for an entire episode. I mean, you can tell I'm quite passionate about stuff like this. I love reading about, like, really weird things that happen around the world. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. A lot of the time, tragedy is tragedy, and it's heartbreaking to hear things like this, especially when it's unsolved, you know, and you can't get closure on what happened at this kind of incident. But it just begs the question, like, we don't know our world. We don't know everything that goes on. We like to think we do, but we don't. It's just weird. It's really weird. All right, let's keep going.
I have
and
chosen you. You are remarkable, just like me. But you are losing your mind, my friend. You're slipping slowly into the abyss, and there is no one to give you a hand. And at the bottom, I am the only one waiting for you.
Okay, so I can't really tell quite what the voice or the narration is doing. Is it supposed to be death? You know, like the slow, cold clutches of death? Slowly wrapping itself around me? I don't know. I mean, it's really cool. It's just, I don't know what it's asking me to do. And it's driving me mad that I don't know who the voice actor is, because I know that voice. I also know the voice of the person on the introduction. I know that person as well. I take a bit of an... What's going on? I take a bit of an interest in voice actors and things. It's another thing that I'm interested in. I want to know what that is. That reminds me of another side to the story which I've read, which was... I can't remember the dates. I'll get all this stuff, guys, for the next episode. If you want to see more of this, that is. There was a certain article that came out where a bunker was found, and I believe a movie was made on this. Or it was like the remnants of a bunker. What's that? Is that like a tiki man? It is. What are you doing here? But the remnants of this bunker that was found was basically summed up to be used for military experiments. And there is a movie that was made of. I think anyway, unless I'm wrong with that. I'm fairly certain it was... I can hear a book. I can hear a book or a flag flapping in the wind. But there was a movie that was made. I believe that is actually called the Dyatlov Pass incident. And I think I have watched it. I can't really tell you guys how it went, though. I know there's like 4 or 5, and there's very, very low budget ones that have been made, too. Oh, look at this. Some old equipment. That's driving me insane. What is making that noise? Can we get up there? I want to know what that is. I've got a feeling that's where I've got to go. But yeah, the bunker that was found was basically determined that it was used for military experiments based off what was found in it. Holy crap. Right. We got some buildings over here. You can tell I'm jumpy, guys. Oh, oh, oh. So at this point, I don't know what the devs are trying to show me here. I keep saying devs. I don't know what the game's trying to show me here. Oh. Are you one of the expedition team? You want me to go that way? Okay, let's go back this way then. I have no idea where we're going, guys. I'm just trying to follow where I think he's trying to tell me to go. But there was so much surrounding this stuff. And like I was mentioning before, the photographs that were found was some of the most... Alright, game. You relax. I'm trying to talk to my friends. I got a feeling a jump scare's about to happen. The photographs that were found were some of the most interesting pieces of evidence for me. Because a lot of them were... What the f... What is that? Oh, no, 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 no. You're bad news. You're definitely... What is it? Oh, it's like the angel of death. No. No, no, no. Is it telling me to go back? Just gonna run past it. Look, there's like footsteps. Oh, no, 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 no. That's so creepy. Look, it's got like wings. What are you? I mean, I will say, I haven't spoken a lot about the game. I've just kind of give you my my recollection of everything that I've read about the Dyatlov Pass incident. But I will say, the game is very impressive so far. Just the ambience, the situation it puts you in. I'm trying to concentrate. I don't know what to do. I mean, you definitely do feel like you're lost. I will say that, because I am 1000% lost. I don't know what these things are. They're terrifying. I want nothing to do with them. I'm going to go around this way. Leave me alone. You weird angel of death. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no. Leave me alone. Oh, my. Okay, so I've died twice since I last spoke to you guys. I stayed in this thing when I respawned back in, and you die. So I'm going to watch what happens. Okay, no, so it's like it's multiple of them. I'm going to follow you. Let me stay with you. Yeah, that weird angel of death thing, it completely took me out. Like, I had no idea how to get away from those things. But as soon as I got back in the game, I thought I messed up last time, so I stayed in the center of that. And this time around, we're going to follow this, but I can't sprint for too long. And then it disappears. So these are just different ways, different paths that I'm supposed to be looking at. Wait, do I have... Okay, so I do have a map. Does it show where we are? Oh, there's a cave. Alright, we're going in there. Alright, guys, we're back. I've just found this on the side of another entrance. I couldn't get back in that way because it was too steep, so I came around this way, and this is here. So, that says 34 degrees. I think it's supposed to be 34 degrees north. Wolves? Seriously? Like, there's not enough to worry about in this game so far? Angel of Death? The fear of what happened to the hikers? And now you're gonna throw in wolves? Okay, let's just go. I'm not joking, guys. I hate horror games, but okay, time to go. 34 degrees north, 45 degrees east. Okay, so it's not showing me on the left-hand side where we are. No, there's no evidence of where I'm supposed to be. You know what? Because I have no idea what's going on, and there's wolves, we're going inside. I'm not dealing with no wolves. I'm no Liam Neeson. What is that? There's a weird knocking as well. I've been trying to ignore it. I was just waiting for a jump scare, guys. I was just waiting for one. Okay, flashlight. There we go. Okay, we got a little bit of light. Hearing the wolves again. Can I not get a drink? What about jumping into it? No? It's so weird. I think this game's even weirder than the actual incident itself, because this is just a trip. What's that? What's that falling off? Okay, I guess we should just keep going then. I think that's the way down. I think I've gone the wrong way. Alright, let me go back out this way. Okay, this is probably the worst area to hear wolves. I mean, I could see pretty far off into the distance, around near the cave areas, and I knew there was no wolves around, but this makes everything much more terrifying. Let's just keep going. I mean, we're on a path. I mean, I'm fairly certain that I have to use this. Oh. Oh. Oh, there's multiples of them. Look. Oh, okay, that's what you're running from. That's just reminded me of something else as well. Holy crap. That's just reminded me of something else too. There was reports that there was gas released in that area. Again, from military experiments. What is going on? Why are they all running? Oh no, it's closing in. Am I supposed to be getting somewhere? That gas is gonna get me, guys. I just know it. Come on, sprint. Please, get your breath back. Yeah, there was reports that there was some kind of gas released, which drove the expedition team crazy, and that's what caused them to, you know, flee into the ridiculous temperatures in just their underwear. So this is where you guys went. I'm just gonna try and see what's going on. Look at that tree. What is going on over there? There's some kind of like wormhole. Look at this business. I mean, you've got to think to yourself, if you were in the expedition team's position or the hiker's position, what would scare you so much that you would leave the confines of your warm tent, you know, your beds, your clothes, and just sprint off into these conditions, you know, thinking that this or these conditions are better than what's back there with you? It boggles the mind, guys. It really does. Oh, there's like a note there. What are you?
We discovered the first bodies by the pine trees. A makeshift campfire suggested they tried to warm up. The bodies were only in underwear. I decided to thoroughly search the area between the tent and the tree line. I discovered the other bodies every few hundred meters apart. Their position indicated the victims attempted to return to the tent as fast as they could. This could mean that the threat was gone and the group decided to go back to the tent, or just the opposite. Someone or something appeared from the forest and forced its victims to run. At this point, it is difficult to determine what exactly happened. I have collected small samples from all bodies for further research at the unit's laboratory. I discussed this situation with the rest of the rescue team, and afterwards they focused on the visual inspection of the tent and areas by the trees, and I entered the forest.
Okay, now there is something that I wanted to tell you guys. I've been talking about the photographs and stuff. I actually think that the narration of what's going on here are the reports of the people that found the bodies. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that, but if that is the case, that's actually really... Oh my god! I don't understand it. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just get away? hate jump scares. I hate jump scares more than anything in games. They make my body do weird stuff. Oh my god. I have like weird convulsions. I get goosebumps, my neck cramps up. It's just horrible. It's not a good time. Let's just go. Let's just keep running. But I wanted to tell you all that Discovery actually, that there's an actual channel that we have in the UK. I don't know if it's all around the world, but I'm fairly certain it's in most places. Discovery did a documentary on this actual incident. And I think that one was called Russian Yeti, where they basically gave, okay, 39 degrees north, 91 degrees east. So that's where we are, 39 degrees north. Okay, I've got a bit of an idea of where I am now, but I wanted to tell you guys this. They did a piece where it basically explained it could have been, you know, some kind of animal that we haven't seen yet. Even if it wasn't a Yeti, it could have been something else, which was stalking them. And like the proof of what we've just seen. Something was looking at them from the tree line, or something made a noise enough to startle the team and then think that they had no chance of surviving in the tent where they were, or the location where they were. I'm fairly certain that I know it wasn't an avalanche. I think most people can agree that it wasn't an avalanche. There would be traces of that, you know, the snow. It would be more difficult for the team to be found because they would be underneath the snow. And, you know, I think at this point, I like to imagine that the experts know when an avalanche, I can't even words, has, you know, happened in an area. So nervous that that thing's still behind me and it's just going to grab me or something. In terms of what I think it could be, I don't know. I mean, there's so many possibilities. I mean, I've told you guys before in different videos, I like to think that we don't know our planet, you know, the circumstances of our world as well as we think we do. Now, should I go high or should I stay low? I'm going high. See if we can find some evidence up the mountain. So, I like to have an open mind until there is proof, undeniable proof, that something didn't happen, you know, it can be ruled out. But at times, I really don't care about the proof. I like to, you know, think of that's what happened based off what I've heard. The evidence I've heard is what I believe. And I like to think most people are that way. But it can be a little bit dangerous. If you get carried away with stuff like that, like thinking it's one thing and it turns out not to be anything to do with that, then...
Eons. That's how long I spent, suspended in nothingness. And then this one time, a pale, dim glow filled it. I felt as if some consciousness started soaking through an orange cloud into my brain, dripping with heavy drops, not letting me pass away nice and peaceful. I fought with myself. I had no strength to open my eyes. And finally, after processing this situation on and on, I realized I have no eyes.
Oh my god, I've just realised who it is. It's Ned Stark, isn't it? I can't remember the actor's name. That's Ned! Ned's talking to us from beyond the grave. Alright, I've got to get in there, I think. Let me go this way. I think I'm going to try and find... If this torch goes off, you guys saw that, there was a blink. If this torch goes off and it goes pitch black, I will freak out. I'm playing this in a very dark room, late at night. I do want to say a big thank you, though, to everyone who did suggest this, because although I did know of the game, I have heard of it in the past. Alright, there's something over there. Holy crap. I have heard of this game in the past. I completely forgot to give the game a go. Other things tied me over. It's just water. Stop freaking out. Let's go. I'm guessing that we go down that way and kind of loop it back round. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what else was found on the expedition, there was things like, I mean, just in terms of the torso, or the bodies that were found, the injuries of the actual bodies themselves, I mean, nothing more than tiny bruises of where the expedition team members would have fallen over, you know, in the snow, or maybe bumped themselves on a rock or a tree running through the woods. It was the fact that there was nothing wrong with them, but then weird things had happened to them, like their tongues had been ripped out, or one of the tongues had been ripped out. One of them had a fractured skull. I think one of them had such badly internal damage, or like organ damage, like it said, it described it as like a car crash, or being hit from a car at full speed, which is just insane. And when you tie that to an animal, I can't really think of anything it could be. I mean, yeah, you could think it was a bear, but there'd be evidence of the bear taking the bodies as its meal. I mean, in a survival situation, that's what bears do. They eat their prey. But there was none of that. And there was no evidence of a bear being in that area. I am going to get the living bejesus scared out of me down in this cave. I can already feel it. My heart is... Yep. My heart is thumping through my chest. A friggin' labyrinth. Right, which way do we go? This way looks friendly to me. I'm going to go this way. What am I saying? This way looks friendly to me. None of them do. I mean, I wonder why there's fires in the caves, though. Is there going to be people here? Maybe I'm going to get to see, like, the local tribes. And they're going to give me warnings for specific areas to go in. Okay, we reached a dead end. Is this just going to be a complete sheer drop? No, it's almost like a way out. Okay, what have we got here? What's this? What is that supposed to be? Oh, is it just like a lantern or a torch? Alright, let's go back inside. I think there was a secondary way we could go. I don't think I dropped down anywhere where I couldn't get back. I just kept pushing forward to see where the cave took us. And I'm not going to lie, I was bracing myself for a jump scare. Can I drop down this way? Yeah, and go up that way. I'm totally going to get turned around. It's probably going to be the end of me, guys. Let's just keep going. Oh, wait, coordinates. Okay. So where's this? 15 degrees north, 77 degrees east. Okay, so I've just found something out on the map. Now, if you look at this, it says 15 degrees north, 77 degrees east. Once we open the map, if we hold right-click, it actually zooms in for us. So we want to get 15 degrees north, 77 degrees east. So it should be... This is pretty much where we are. We're like in this cave system. So we're top right of the map. Okay, so at least we know where we are now. That's going to help us out. Let's just go back this way. I wonder if I can double back over to this side. I think that's where I've just come from. Yeah, I went down that way. I came up this. Yeah, there was an ice bridge, and this was the fire where I dropped down. And there was 3 ways when I heard that noise. Okay, it's just the fire making the noise. Let's try it this way then. Anything? See, I'm looking for stuff, but I don't want to find anything, you know? I don't want to see anything in the distance. I like knowing I'm alone, and I can just explore. And then the ambient noises kick in. I mean, look at that.
You think you are significant? That you will uncover the truth for everyone to see? So you can point the finger at the monster? First, take a look at the mirror.
Wow. Apparently Ned Stark hates me, guys. I don't know what to do with that information. Okay, where are we here? So we've got, is that 20 degrees north, 72 degrees east? Right, let's take a look on the map at where we are. 20 degrees north, let's go up, and 72 degrees east. So we're like there. Alright, so I guess we just follow this all the way around. I mean, at this point, I'm just going to keep going. It's another one of those things. Oh, it's being followed by that. Oh my god, what do? I can't get back up that way.
I am...
Oh my god, that scared the living... I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my god. Okay, we died. That legit scared the living crap out of me, guys. I can't tell you how bad that just gave me a jump scare. I almost threw my mouse off my desk. But I think with that being said, I'm going to end it there. If you want to see more of this, I mean, try and uncover exactly what's going on. I love, like, going through the journals and stuff, and it gives a kind of description of what those people found, which led through the investigation. I think that's what's going on anyway. But even so, even if this is just a first look at the game and we kind of just spent a little bit of time in Kholat, then I've enjoyed every minute of it. But if you did enjoy it, guys, you know what to do. Drop a like below. It's the quickest way of letting me know you want to see more. But for now, we are going to end. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. And I'll see you all in the next one.